Okay, here we go. World of Warships, and yes, it has been a very long time since I've put up any gameplay footage. But anyway, here we go. I am driving my Benson. That's the Tier 8 American destroyer, and I am on the Tears of the Desert map in pretty good matchmaking. A couple of Tier 9s on each team, but primarily Tier 8s and Tier 7s going all the way down the list. So I'm thinking, you know what? I can do a fairly good job here. So, anyway, as you can see from the mini map, I've got 5 ships directly behind me. I've got a Belfast, a York, a couple of Scharnhorsts, and a Fiji. And well, you know what? I'm in a Benson. My job is to get in there and cap. So I'm going to get in there and I'm going to cap the A point, as quickly as I can. That's my plan. And I'm looking at the mini map and I'm thinking, all right, that Fiji's coming with me. That's going to be a big help. And what about the rest of the guys on that side? Okay, no, the Scharnhorsts are moving. And, okay, there goes the York. Don't know what's going on with the Belfast, but he's going to get into it eventually. So we're in chat, and the team's trying to decide where to go. Now, we do have the Fletcher at the B point, but he's out there all alone, so he's probably going to run like a madman if he encounters any real resistance. But the cruisers and battleships that we have up near the C point are kind of wishy-washy about how they're going to do it. So, as you can see, I've got RPF up, and I am isolating an enemy target to what looks like behind that island right there. And again, having the RPF is very, very helpful. And you'll notice that I've got that island just out of my RPF range right now, because I don't want to be surprised by something tearing around it unless I know I've got some good backup. But again, looking at the map, I'm thinking, all right, that Fiji's right there. If anything does come around that corner, well, let's see. It's not likely to be the Fletcher. It could be the Sims, but if it's cruiser, I should have, if it's any cruiser, I'm going to have spotting advantage over it. So, I'm feeling confident enough to get a little closer to that island. But like I said, I don't want to get a nasty surprise if I can avoid it. Like I said, I don't want to get a nasty surprise if I can avoid it. Ah, there we go. And there is the enemy Nagato. And now I've got some other stuff coming into range. The Otago and the Edinburgh are out there. And, well, there's fire going down range already from the Fiji. And unfortunately, the Fiji is taking fire in return. Now, I'm aimed at the Nagato. But you know what? I just don't have a good targeting solution on anything. And I decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and smoke up short range and just open fire with my guns. Ooh, took a bit more of a hit than I wanted. That's okay. The Kutsuzov is out there, and he's going to try to work me over. And he's close enough that I'm thinking my armor piercing should be able to do a number. Good shot. And then, look at that. The Otago decides he's going to cut in front of that island. And sure enough, he was trying to do it to drop torps on me. He's only 3.5, 4 clicks away. So I am just unloading on him with AP, salvo after salvo, making sure I'm dodging those torps that are coming in. Got a couple of citadels, 3 citadels. That's a good return volley by him. But you know what? He is not going to be too long for this. This is where an American DD or an Atlanta can chew you up. There we go. With their armor piercing, even if it doesn't hit very, very hard, simply because the rate of fire is so high. You notice I got 72 hits in that little burst, and I've still got a minute left on my smoke. Now, I'm on a mission here, the personal missions, and this is the pick up the Admiral Yamato mission. Yamamoto mission. And my mission here is to do damage to enemy battleships. So you're going to see me focusing a few times on the enemy battleships when I should probably have been focusing on different targets. But Anyway, there are a bunch of enemy ships behind that island, and I was considering opening up on the Nagato down there, but by the time I got a targeting solution in there, I realized no, he's he's going to be out of my smoke's going to run out. But on the other hand, I do have some torps going down range, and it looks like I'm going to get one, maybe 2 hits. Yep, pick up a couple of hits, and that's okay. And now my torpedo reload's out of sync. So, looking at the team scores, we have lost our Fletcher, but on the other hand, the enemy team has lost their Neptune and the Atago. And yeah, the Neptune comes out and says pretty well, geez, I feel like a DD. He went down so quick, but so far there's a pretty good fight going up around for the sea area. We've ceded control of B, and well, we've got pretty solid control of A if my team can just keep hammering these guys down here. So there's the Edinburgh. Sorry about the brogue. And again, I'm looking for firing solutions on battleships here. Oops, and we just lost our King George, but we are shooting up the enemy, and I can't quite get around fast enough to get a firing solution on what I want, although again, there is the Nagato, and he is moving very slowly. Although now it appears he might be accelerating. Just not sure. And yep, sure enough, he's accelerating. So I put a second set of torps out. He's burning right now, and I'm pretty sure he repaired the flooding that I did to him earlier. So depending on what that Nagato wants to do, he might end up eating a torp. Might. But anyway, you know what? Let's just make sure he eats something. I go ahead and smoke up again. And unfortunately, I had forgotten to load the premium smoke consumable. Alright, I've got a fire and a flood on the Nagato. So he's going to be sitting there and, well, he's going to be wasting away. And there's my second kill. So, 3 torp hits, all of them on the Nagato, and now we've got an enemy ship in the cap. I'm just not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure about where it is, given what my RPF is doing. But yeah, but take a look at the overall team scores. We are winning 5 ships to 3, and we have got a pretty good. We've got a pretty good, unfortunately, we don't have as good a hold on the map as we need to have, and I did get a quick light on the Fletcher, and somebody got a snapshot off on him. I'm not sure if they got any hits or not. But I've interrupted their cap, so at least they're not gaining points. We're not gaining points anymore, but we're not going to be interrupting, we're not going to be losing points off the cap. Now, I am spotted by that spotter aircraft up there, so at this point there's nothing for me to lose by putting some rounds down range. Except now the spotter plane's out of range, so I'm on and off detected. So there's somebody peeking in and out of that smoke over there. In other words, the Fletcher. So what do I need to do here? Is what I'm thinking. So I've stopped firing, obviously, but what I want to do is I want to get into that smoke. I want to get over there and take advantage of that smoke as best I can and do as much damage as I can while taking advantage of that smoke. Okay, Fletcher has sent torps out. Oh, and the Scharnhorst dies to the York, but there's the Kutuzov, and somewhere over there is a Fletcher, but right now RPF is showing the nearest ship is probably that Kutuzov. Unless it's the York back there. There's the Monarch. So anyway, like I was saying, I do have premium smoke available, but Ah, there's the Fletcher, and we are in range of each other, and it's time to open up on each other. Hopefully, I will have the advantage here. He does damage my engine, but I've got last stand. Oh, nice shot by the Scharnhorst. And we are winning, well, we are winning 7 ships to 5. So, we have got pretty good control of the A point. We got 4 ships down here to their 4, but, well, now, the question is, should I have dropped torps? Ah, and I still don't see how he managed to do that, but anyway. So, I was thinking about dropping torps on the York, but did not have a good firing solution. And I think, yeah, the replay bug is coming in. I need to drop torps on the Edinburgh. But I'm not sure I have a good firing solution on him either. And I think eventually I decide against dropping torps at all, and there goes our Fiji. So we are down, well, we are still up by a ship, but watch that south end pretty carefully. So anyway, we have captured the sea point. We've got the Rune and our Edinburgh up there chasing the Sims down. I'm moving into B because at this point my job is to quit doing damage and to get some caps. We are up on points, and we've just picked up another kill. We've taken care of the York, so we are winning 8 ships to 6. Unfortunately, our Scharnhorst, for some reason, the pink Scharnhorst, has decided he wants to move away from the A point. And I go ahead and ping him just to say, hey, you know, what are you doing? But we've got a York and a Belfast down there against a Kutuzov and an Edinburgh and a Monarch, and between the 3 of them, well, it's not going to go too well because there goes the York. So anyway, I've got the Rune coming in, and oops, what happened to our Edinburgh? It died, and I don't know how. I didn't notice, but anyway, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead, let's get B capped. At least that way we've got points coming in. I was thinking about running down that Sims, but I was looking at where he was last spotted, which was out all the way out at G8. So I'm thinking, all right, let's cap B, and let's turn around and get back down there and help the rest of the team out against those 3 ships, because it looks like they're going to need it. So there's a Belfast down there. There's Scharnhorst down there on our side. I've got the Rune right behind me. On the other hand, I've got the... Oh, there's the Sims. And I'm thinking, do I go back after him? This was a tough call, because I thought about it for a moment, and I was like, no, you know what? They're going to need my spotting. They're going to need my torpedoes. Even though I don't have smoke, I'm gonna have to get in there and do some heavy lifting. So we are up. We are even on ships now. We are up on points by about 150 points right now. Even if we lose B, we'll still be in good shape. Okay, as long as we don't start losing ships too crazily. So I put a spread of torps out, and it was an ill-advised shot because it was out in front of the Belfast. That's going to force him to turn. But I line the second drop up on the Edinburgh, and the Belfast is smoking up, which is good on his part because I'm spotting. And there we go. Torps are going right in front of the Edinburgh. The Belfast. As long as he doesn't panic, he's okay. And we need shots on this Edinburgh. I need to do something. A lucky torp hit. Maybe somebody set a fire or something like that. But it looks like he dropped torps on the Belfast. And Belfasts don't have very large smoke screens. No. Never mind. That's not what happened. And now the Sims is opened up on the Rune. And my torps have missed, so if I hadn't dropped those speculative ones on the Monarch, I probably could have gotten a hit on the Edinburgh just by getting the torps out. But the Edinburgh is taking some damage, but whoever's shooting at him really needs to shoot AP, or excuse me, HE from that angle, unless... and everybody who can shoot at him does have that option. Well, I managed to get a fire started, but I'm pretty sure he's going to put it out quick. And the Kutuzov kills the Belfast. So, still spotted. And I'm just kind of dodging and weaving right now. And there's the Edinburgh. And he just popped up for a second, but I could have put some blind shots down there. And the rune goes down to the Edinburgh. And now it's just me and the Scharnhorst. And at the time during the game when it was actually playing, all of a sudden I'm like, where did everybody go? Everybody just kind of melted away. So anyway, the Monarch is capturing A. The Sims is capturing B. We are still well up on points, but we have not gotten any kills. And this is not a good thing because, well, you know what, the match is not going to go our way if we're not making points. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to get a drop on just about anything. And I put some torps out, hoping the Kutuzov's going to do something stupid and just run into him. And they're telling the Scharnhorst to hide, or at least I think they're telling the Scharnhorst to hide. I'm sure they're not telling me to hide. But I get into the A and at least stop them from picking up points from A. Now, they do know I'm here, and that Monarch is doing a good job of dodging and weaving around my torps. And at this point, I've got a firing solution, but I want to wait till he's coming around that island. And unfortunately, that Monarch is actually, unfortunately for me, that is at least, the Monarch's actually playing it pretty smart. And I drop torps, and there goes the Scharnhorst, and now, well, here comes the Kutuzov, and he's going to push into A, and I can't sit in here and stand against, well, I cannot sit here and stand against a Kutuzov. So, at this point, I'm thinking, well, crap. What do I do? I think I might be done. Maybe I can just get some cheap damage against this Monarch and salvage what I can from this game. That's really how I was feeling at the time. Just was not sure. And sure enough, there's the Monarch. And he did a good job coming around the corner of that island, avoiding the potential torps that were there. And I'm thinking, all right, you know what? Is he going to go straighter, or is he going to turn? He is going to turn. Okay. All right. Won't do any good to drop torps on him, but there's that Edinburgh that I had on the ropes earlier, so let's go ahead and drop on him and see what happens. Sorry, that was my phone. So, torps out. C is being capped, and it's almost capped, and so it means I know where the Sims is. So at this point, you know what? I'm going to try to do what I can to keep earning points, especially if I can get lucky and maybe get a kill on the Edinburgh. And it looks like my torps are pretty good because this guy's running in a nice straight line. So, if I can kill the Edinburgh, that's going to earn some points back, and if I can cap B, that's going to earn some points back. And, yep, he sees my torps coming in, and he turns to dodge, but 2 hits, and he goes down, and I'm looking away for a second, and I'm like, whoa! We've got 2 of them. And in the chat, nice! And I come back, lucky. That was pure luck that the Kutuzov happened to turn into a torpedo and eat it. And now, all of a sudden, I'm thinking, hey, this is winnable again. So, RPF is up. I have a set of torps up. I've got my guns. I know where the Sims, well, I know roughly where the Sims is because of the RPF. I am not located, on the other hand. He does not know where I am. So, we are up on points, only 40 points up, although they've got 2 caps to R1, but if I can kill this Sims, and not get hit by by the Monarch.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
I'm in good shape, and sure enough, and look at that, time is running down. All right, so here they are, the post-game stats. And again, the time was running down on that, but it was close enough points-wise that I was legitimately concerned. And at the actual point, I wasn't even watching the clock, so until I heard it ticking down, that the timer was that close to running out. So yeah, I ran out on time. But if I had more time, a destroyer against a battleship, unless he kept dodging successfully, it was probably going to go my way. He would have eventually made the points back, but. So anyway, 262,000 credits, 2,600 experience, 112,000 damage done, 6 torpedo hits, the last 3 when they really counted, 4 citadels against that Atago, 2 bases captured, and again, I was running a couple of missions to earn Admiral Yamamoto, but picked up a devastating strike, a Kraken, a double strike, and not a devastating strike, a first blood, a Kraken, a double strike, and well, solo warrior. So top of the team on experience earned, and no real surprises there because of that. And then only again 112,000 damage, not a lot for fire flooding, but a little bit when it counted. And again, I wasn't running any extra flags or anything like that. So, you know what, if I had been, I would have really made out on the Commander XP. But, oh well. All right, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The Benson's a damn good little ship. Even with the changes that have been made to the smoke and the other parts of the interface, it does a great job at what it's supposed to do. And it hits hard. It's fast, it's stealthy, and when you have a team behind you, you can get things done. And somehow you can even get things done on your own as well, provided you have the right targets to deal with. So, anyway, with that, hope you enjoyed the replay. And if other crazy outcomes like this pop up, I'll go ahead and post those up as well. But anyway, next thing that you should expect would be some more woodworking. So I will talk to you later. Bye.